Hey everyone! Breaking news that's sending shockwaves through the senior community. The IRS just dropped a bombshell announcement about new $1,400 monthly stimulus payments. And trust me, this isn't just another rumor circulating on social media. I've spent the last 48 hours diving deep into the official documentation, speaking with tax experts, and uncovering exactly who qualifies for these game-changing payments. What's really got people talking is how different these payments are from previous stimulus checks. But here's the kicker: many seniors who think they don't qualify might actually be eligible for these monthly payments. And get this, some recipients could see their first payment hit their accounts in just a few weeks. But before we get into the nitty-gritty details of who qualifies and the exact payment dates the IRS just released, let me ask you this: did you know that nearly 65% of seniors who qualified for previous stimulus payments missed out simply because they didn't know they were eligible? Or that there's a hidden provision in this new plan that could double your payment amount under certain circumstances? These are the kinds of crucial details that could mean the difference between getting your check on time or missing out entirely. I know you're probably wondering, is this too good to be true? Or do I really qualify for these payments? Well, stick around because I'm about to break down everything you need to know about these new stimulus payments, including the specific eligibility requirements, important deadlines you can't afford to miss, and the exact steps you need to take to ensure you receive your payments. If you want to stay updated on these stimulus payments and other critical financial news affecting seniors, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Now, let's dive into the details of this groundbreaking stimulus plan that could put an extra $1,400 in your pocket every single month. First, let's talk about why the IRS has decided to implement this new program, and more importantly, how it differs from previous stimulus payments we've seen in the past. This new initiative comes as a response to the mounting financial pressure many seniors face in today's economic climate, with rising healthcare costs and inflation eating away at fixed incomes. The roots of this new stimulus program can be traced back to growing concerns about the financial stability of America's senior population. Recent studies have shown that more than 40% of seniors struggle to cover basic living expenses, even with their current Social Security benefits. This alarming statistic, combined with the ongoing effects of inflation and increased healthcare costs, prompted lawmakers to take action. The result is this unprecedented monthly payment program, specifically designed to provide consistent financial support to eligible seniors. What makes this program particularly noteworthy is its monthly distribution format. Unlike previous one-time stimulus payments, the IRS determined that regular monthly payments would provide more stable and reliable financial support for seniors who often live on fixed incomes. This regular payment schedule allows recipients to better plan their monthly budgets and manage their ongoing expenses more effectively. Let's talk about eligibility requirements, because this is where things get interesting. The IRS has established several key criteria that determine who qualifies for these monthly payments. Age is obviously a primary factor, but it's not as straightforward as you might think. While the program is primarily targeted at seniors aged 65 and older, there are certain exceptions that could qualify younger individuals who meet specific disability or dependency criteria. Income thresholds play a crucial role in determining eligibility, but they're more generous than previous stimulus programs. For single filers, the adjusted gross income limit has been set at $75,000, while married couples filing jointly can earn up to $150,000 and still qualify for the full payment amount. What's particularly interesting is that these thresholds are adjusted based on cost of living variations in different regions, meaning some areas might have higher income limits to account for increased living expenses. Another significant aspect of the eligibility criteria is the consideration of additional income sources beyond Social Security benefits. This includes pension payments, investment income, and other retirement account distributions. However, the IRS has implemented special calculations that may exclude certain types of retirement income from counting toward the eligibility thresholds, potentially allowing more seniors to qualify than initially expected. The application process itself has been streamlined compared to previous stimulus programs, but there are still important steps that need to be followed carefully. The IRS has created a dedicated online portal specifically for these monthly payments, making it easier for eligible seniors to submit their information and track their payment status. However, for those who aren't comfortable with digital platforms, traditional paper applications will also be available through local Social Security offices. One of the most common questions I've been receiving is about the payment timeline. The IRS has released a detailed schedule of payment dates, which varies depending on several factors. including your social security number and preferred payment method. Direct deposit recipients will typically receive their payments first, usually within the first week of each month. Those who opt for paper checks will see slightly longer delivery times, with checks typically being mailed out in the second week of each month. It's crucial to understand that the initial rollout of these payments will be phased, with different regions of the country starting at different times. This staged approach helps the IRS manage the massive administrative undertaking while ensuring accurate distribution of funds. The first phase begins in the northeastern states, followed by the Midwest, South, and finally the western states. This regional rollout will take place over approximately 6 weeks. Something that's particularly important to note is the verification process the IRS has put in place to prevent fraud and ensure payments reach their intended recipients. This includes a new identity verification system that's more robust than previous programs, but also potentially more time-consuming for applicants. Make sure you have all necessary documentation ready when you begin the application process to avoid delays. Let's discuss some of the lesser-known aspects of this stimulus program that could significantly impact the amount you receive. For instance, there's a provision for additional support for seniors who serve as primary caregivers for dependent family members. This could potentially increase your monthly payment by several $100s, yet many eligible seniors aren't aware of this bonus amount. The program also includes special considerations for seniors with high medical expenses. If your out-of-pocket medical costs exceed a certain percentage of your income, you might qualify for an enhanced payment amount. This provision was included specifically to address the growing burden of healthcare costs on the senior population, but it requires careful documentation of your medical expenses. Another important aspect to consider is how these payments might affect other benefits you're currently receiving. The IRS has worked with other federal agencies to ensure these stimulus payments won't count as income for purposes of determining eligibility for other federal assistance programs. This means receiving these payments shouldn't affect your Social Security benefits, Medicare coverage, or other federal aid programs. For seniors who receive retirement income from multiple sources, the IRS has implemented a special calculation method that could work in your favor. This new formula takes into account various types of retirement income differently, potentially allowing more seniors to qualify even if their total income might initially appear to exceed the thresholds. Understanding these calculations is crucial for determining your eligibility and potential payment amount. The payment distribution system itself has been upgraded to provide more flexibility in how you receive your funds. While direct deposit remains the fastest option, the IRS has partnered with several financial institutions to offer alternative payment methods. This includes the option to receive payments on prepaid debit cards or even through mobile payment platforms, making it easier for seniors who might not have traditional bank accounts. One aspect that's particularly important to understand is the tax implications of these payments. Unlike some other forms of income, these stimulus payments are not taxable at the federal level. However, there are specific reporting requirements you'll need to follow when filing your taxes. The IRS will provide documentation of your payments, which you'll need to include with your tax return, even though the amounts won't be taxed. The program also includes provisions for retroactive payments in certain situations. If you qualify but miss the initial enrollment period, you may be able to receive back payments for months you were eligible but didn't receive funds. However, there are strict deadlines and documentation requirements for requesting these retroactive payments, so it's important to act quickly if you think you might qualify. Let's address some common concerns about the application process. Many seniors worry about the complexity of applying for these payments, but the IRS has made significant efforts to simplify the procedure. The online application portal includes step-by-step guidance and helpful tooltips to explain each requirement. Additionally, there's a dedicated helpline staffed by trained representatives who can assist with application questions. For seniors who need help with the application process, several resources are available. The IRS has partnered with various senior advocacy organizations and community centers to provide free application assistance. These partners can help you gather necessary documentation, complete the application forms, and understand your eligibility status. It's important to note that you should never pay anyone to help you apply. For these stimulus payments, legitimate assistance is available free of charge. The payment schedule itself is designed to be predictable and reliable. Once you're approved for the program, payments will be disbursed on the same day each month, allowing you to plan your finances accordingly. The IRS has also implemented a notification system that can alert you via email or text message when your payment has been processed and is on its way. One unique feature of this program is the ability to adjust your payment amount if your circumstances change. The IRS has created a simple process for reporting changes in income, dependency status, or other factors that might affect your eligibility or payment amount. This flexibility ensures that seniors receive the appropriate amount of support as their situations evolve. The program also includes special provisions for seniors who split their time between multiple residences or who travel frequently. As long as you maintain a primary residence in the United States, you can continue receiving payments even if you spend significant time in other locations. This is particularly relevant for seniors who spend winters in warmer states or those who travel extensively. Security measures have been enhanced to protect recipients from fraud and identity theft. Each payment comes with unique identification codes and security features, and the IRS has implemented advanced monitoring systems to detect and prevent fraudulent activity. Recipients will also have access to a secure online portal where they can monitor their payments and report any suspicious activity. For seniors who are currently working part-time or considering returning to work, it's important to understand how earned income might affect these payments. The program includes special provisions that allow for some earned income without immediately reducing or eliminating your payment eligibility. This encourages seniors to remain active in the workforce if they choose to do so. The impact of these payments on local economies is expected to be significant. Economic analysts predict that the regular injection of funds into senior households will have a positive ripple effect throughout communities, particularly in areas with large senior populations. This could lead to improved services and resources for seniors as businesses adapt to meet their needs. Looking ahead, the IRS has already begun planning for potential adjustments to the program based on economic conditions and recipient feedback. This includes the possibility of payment amount adjustments to account for inflation and cost of living changes. The agency has committed to regular reviews of the program's effectiveness and impact on senior financial stability. One final aspect worth mentioning is the program's commitment to transparency and accountability. The IRS will publish regular reports on payment distributions, program effectiveness, and economic impact. This information will be publicly available, allowing recipients and advocates to monitor the program's success and suggest improvements. Remember, staying informed about these payments is crucial for ensuring you receive all the benefits you're entitled to. Keep watching this channel for updates on payment dates, eligibility changes, and important deadlines. Your financial security matters, and understanding these new stimulus payments is an important step toward maintaining that security. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more updates on senior financial news and benefits. Share this information with friends and family who might qualify for these payments. Knowledge is power, and in this case, it could mean the difference between receiving or missing out on significant financial support.